Today on DTV, we will bring you an inside look on a beauty pageant that made its way into the heart of Davison culture.
Some of Davison's brainiest students competed last night. Find out how our Davison Quiz Bowl team came out of their season.
And one more thing to love about the winter months is basketball. And Tuesday night was not only filled with baskets, but was one filled with memories. DTV News starts right now. Beauty pageants aren't all about the ball gowns and the fancy walk. Sometimes it's about something a little closer to home. Good afternoon, Davison. I'm Rebecca Allen.
And I'm Abigail Fulcher. The Miss Davison tradition has been around decades and still holds immense value to some after all these years. Emmanuel Clinton joins us now to tell us a little more.
Thanks, guys. Miss Davison hit its 80th anniversary this year. That's a pretty big milestone. But what is Miss Davison all about, and what does this pageant mean to the ones that have competed for the title?
Davison, I was born and raised here, and it's always been my life, too. And so to have the honor of running for Miss Davison, I enjoyed it. That was Bill Lamb when he crowned me that night.
In 1954, Marilyn Minto was crowned the 26th Miss Davison. 64 years later, on the 80th anniversary,
Miss Davison 2018.
Brianna Roseberry was crowned.
Miss Davison is a scholarship program that is designed for high school age girls between 16 and 18 years old. It's designed to help them build confidence and self-esteem and successful qualities to help them be successful women in the workforce.
Building the futures of these young women and giving back to the community has been the focus that this pageant has had since the beginning.
And what it means to the community is really tradition. It's been celebrating its 80th year and has been a long-standing activity in the community, but has also done a lot of things for the community over the years. It's raised money for a swimming pool and tennis courts, and it really provides a sense of community pride and an ambassador to represent the community.
In 1938, the first Miss Davison, Lorraine Parr, was crowned, making this pageant one of the longest running in the state. But it was put on hold during World War II, and it was in the 90s that scholarships were added for Miss Davison and the court. And since then, over 1,000 of Davison's finest have competed for the title.
I haven't recently thought about it. I know that I got a pamphlet, really big pamphlet, about the history of everything that Miss Davison has done, but I never realized how far it went back and how many people have actually been involved in the pageant and how it works and how everything runs together.
The impact the Miss Davison experience has had on these girls today is not all that different from what it was 80 years ago.
As I look back, I was given a wonderful opportunity to represent my hometown. Such a joy and a blessing to meet so many people and take part in outstanding activities. This was early in my life, 17 years old.
It's really nice to see how far the program has come. Having gone through the program myself and having been Miss Davison and now being someone who's been working for a number of years, there's a lot of times that I think back on what Miss Davison did for me, and I kind of have those moments like I probably wouldn't be doing this if it hadn't been for that program, and so it's nice to see that it's continuing and still providing those same opportunities for young women today.
For almost a century, this tradition has been bringing happiness and good memories to the girls that have participated.
Last night, the Quiz Bowl team competed in their last game here at home for their championships crossover match. The Division II team faced off against Grand Blanc, champions of Division I, in a nail-biting match. The score went back and forth throughout the match, but in the end, the Grand Blanc Bobcats ended up winning by just 4 points. Before this match, the Cardinals had won all 15 regular competitions against Linden, Powers, Heartland, Lapeer, Clio, Goodrich, and Flint. Though they didn't win, they still made first place in their division and second place overall. Great job on the season, and we wish you luck at states.
The holiday season is the ultimate time to celebrate, and on December 19th in Mr. Coron's room, you can do just that. From 8:30 to 9:20 in the morning, all DHS students can participate in winter-themed games, enjoy snow-time snacks, and even an Eskimo gift exchange. If you plan on attending, bring along something close to new and school-appropriate from home. This could include books, movies, games, and even unused stationery. For more info or with any questions, please contact Mrs. Biazza or Mr. Coron. Project Graduation is another way to celebrate each year's graduating Cardinals. To help put on this event, a fundraising site has been set up with a goal of $1,000, and you can help raise these funds by donating. The fundraiser is through the Honey Baked Ham Company, and they are working to get the link for you to donate. When we get it, we will post it for you on our Facebook and our Twitter pages, so be sure to look out.
Coming up in sports, where the basketball team's hoops landed them on Tuesday.
And Riley Wilcox will bring you a courtside view of some well-recognized varsity basketball alumni.
Graduation day, 2017. Caleb DeWitt was at the top of the world. That night, tragedy struck with a sudden and violent crash. Caleb fought for his life, hospitalized in a coma for months. It was a miracle that he survived, and through hard work and rehabilitation, Caleb was able to continue his life. But not everyone gets a second chance. Drive safely. Next time could be your last.
Davison is going for the upset.
With that strong arm.
The boys and girls basketball teams took on the Carmen Ainsworth Cavaliers in their second doubleheader of the winter season. Good afternoon, Davison. I'm Riley Wilcox. The boys were looking to get ahead in the Saginaw Valley against a tough opponent. It'd be a night of, let's take a look at the highlights. It'd be a night of threes from the Davison Cardinals, starting off with Sullivan, putting the score on the board for the Cardinals 4-3, with Carmen still leading by 1 point. This was the first of many. In the second, Baker takes his time to line up his shot, tying up the game 6-6. Baker passes along the right side to Kate Coleman, who gets his first three of the night, putting the score at 9-11. Junior Brennan Desmore drives forward and kicks out to Baker. Baker makes his way into the paint to shoot for two. The Cardinals are now only trailing behind by 5 points as they close the first quarter. Baker takes the ball up the court while Bryce Lott stands open with no one covering. Lott secures 2 more points for your Davison Cardinals. The Cardinals fought all night long and secured 34 points against the Cavaliers, with a final score of 53-34. Earlier on in the night, the girls faced the Cavaliers but were not able to bring up the win. The girls finished off the game 39 to Carmen's 54. They dropped to 1-2 this season and have their sights set on the Lightning in tomorrow night's doubleheader against Lapeer. Dribbling back in time, the 1994 Big Nine Championship team was honored at Tuesday's game. The great Davison team shocked the world almost 25 years ago by upsetting Carmen Ainsworth to win the Big Nine title. The team reunited for the night to relive the big moment. And although the Big Nine is a thing of the past, the memories of the team are not.
We had never beat Carmen Ainsworth. We played the same team since 7th grade till our senior year in high school. We'd never beat them. That's the only team we couldn't beat. And to beat them at that stage, at that time, was a good feeling. We had been together since 8th grade. Same players, had always, especially the 7 of us, were always together. All right, kind of felt like the old man I used to make fun of when I was 18 that would come back to get honored, but it was nice.
The 1994 team was coached by Dick McLaughlin and current DHS teacher, Mr. Alderson. Tomorrow night, the boys' swim team will be making some big waves at Lapeer High School at 4. The bus will leave at 2:30. Come out to the Cardinal Gym to cheer on the girls and boys as they take down the Lapeer Lightning in their third doubleheader of the season. The girls start at 6 and the boys will follow at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, the hockey team will be back at the Polar Palace in Lapeer to face Walled Lake Northern High School. On Saturday, the boys and girls bowling teams will knock down some pins at Monitor Lanes at 8 a.m. in Bay City. And the wrestling team will compete in the Brighton Invite at Brighton High School at 9 in the morning. Hey Bailey, What should our Cardinals expect on the road tomorrow as they head out to the Cardinal Gym or Polar Palace in Lapeer?
Well, tomorrow the roads should be fine, but later in the week, not so much. I'm Bailey Kinnaman, here for your weekend weather. Expect to see a rise in the temperatures this week, starting with a high of 38 and a low of 28. And on Friday, there is a high of 40 and a low of 27 with AM showers, so make sure if you decide to leave the house to drive safely as the roads may be slick. Moving on to Saturday, grab your umbrellas. There is a high of 40 and a low of 26 with showers throughout the day. Meanwhile, on Sunday, there should be a high of 40 and a low of 29 with expected showers still looming above. And okay, that is all I have for your weekend weather. I'll send it back over to Rebecca and Abigail on the desk.
A young man was on his way to spread joy with his fellow peers about their long-awaited graduation, but that celebration ended too soon.
Although through pain, trial and error, he found strength and the courage to persevere. Coming up on DTV, we will have the story on the hope he saw through the hard times and his road to recovery. This student is Caleb DeWitt. Ever wonder how you can grab those community service cords? Look no further. We're bringing the opportunities right to you. Feel like balling out on hours? Well, the athletic office is looking for 2 volunteers for this Friday night's Lapeer basketball game. Stop by to talk to Mrs. Bruth in the athletic office if you are interested. 'Tis the season to give. The Jingle Bell Ball Dance will need volunteers this Monday, December 17th from 4 until 8 in the evening. This event will be in the middle school cafeteria, so throw on those dancing shoes and come on out. It's not looking too snowy right now, but we live in Michigan, so who knows what will happen in weeks to come. Students are also needed to help during the winter months to shovel snow for senior citizens. Stop by the main office for more information about all these great chances, because we think you'd look great in those white community service cords.
Can't make it out to a game or maybe have a family member performing in a concert? You'll always find information by looking on our social media pages. Follow us on Twitter at DTV_official. Check out our YouTube channel, DTV News. Peep our Snapchat at DTV News. And follow us on Facebook at DTV News also. It's a great place to be.
I'm so pumped for the DTV Christmas party tonight. I love spending time with you guys.
Yeah, me too. I love doing Secret Santa because I just love gift giving it. It's more fun when they don't know who it is.
Yeah, like I love the whole gift exchange, and people try to spoil it, but it's whatever. I'm excited for like all the cakes and stuff. So.
Well, I'm Riley Wilcox here with Rebecca Allen and Abigail Fulcher. Have a great day, Davison.